You think you understand the speed of light. You don't. You think it's just really fast, more than 186,000 miles per second, the cosmic speed limit, the thing that makes space travel hard. That's not an answer. That's a label. And until you stop thinking of it as just a speed, you'll never understand what it actually is or why nothing, absolutely nothing, can break it. Let me show you what I mean. When most people hear speed of light, they picture a race. They imagine photons as the fastest runners in the universe, and everything else is just slower. Some cosmic referee supposedly decided that 186,000 miles per second was the maximum speed allowed. Einstein's rules, right? That explanation feels good, which is exactly the problem. You didn't explain it, you renamed it. You took a profound feature of reality and turned it into a traffic law. Here's what your intuition tells you. Speeds should add. If you're on a train moving 50 millipaya and you throw a ball forward at 30 millipaya, the ball moves 80 millipaya relative to the ground. Simple arithmetic. So if you're on a spaceship moving at half the speed of light and you shine a flashlight forward, the light should move at 1.5 times the speed of light, right? Wrong. Dead wrong. The light still moves at exactly 186,000 miles per second. No matter how fast your spaceship goes, no matter how powerful your flashlight is, always the same speed. This is where most explanations cheat. They tell you it's just how the universe works, or Einstein discovered this. But that's not an explanation. That's surrender. Let me show you what's really happening. The speed of light isn't a speed limit imposed on the universe. It's a conversion factor built into the universe. Think about this. Space and time aren't separate things. That's your first mistake. You think of space as a big empty room, and time as a clock ticking on the wall. Newton thought that too. He was wrong. Space and time are woven together into one fabric, space-time. And this fabric has a built-in exchange rate between space and time. That exchange rate is the speed of light. Here's a concrete way to see this. You are always moving. Right now, sitting in your chair, you think you're standing still. You're not. You're moving through space-time at a constant speed, minus, always. But that motion is divided between moving through space and moving through time. If you're sitting perfectly still in space, all your motion is through time. You're traveling into the future at maximum speed, 1 second per second. But the moment you start moving through space, walking, driving, flying, you have to divert some of that motion away from time. This is the part your brain wants to reject. The faster you move through space, the slower you move through time. This isn't philosophy. Your clock literally ticks slower. Your aging literally slows down. We've measured this. GPS satellites have to account for it, or your maps would be off by miles. Watch what happens when we stop guessing and start measuring. Take two identical clocks, keep one on the ground, put the other on a jet plane flying around the world. When the plane lands, the flying clock is behind the ground clock by exactly the amount Einstein's equations predict. But here's the crucial insight. There's a maximum. If you could somehow move through space at the speed of light, you would have zero motion left for time. Time would stop for you completely. That's why light doesn't experience time. From a photon's perspective, it's emitted and absorbed in the same instant. You can't go faster than light because you can't have less than zero motion through time. That's not a rule, that's geometry. It's like asking why you can't go north of the North Pole. The question itself is meaningless. Now you might be thinking, this sounds like mathematical poetry. But here's the beautiful thing about physics. We can test this. We can build experiments that prove space-time behaves exactly this way. Take particle accelerators. We slam protons into each other at 99.9999% the speed of light. And here's what happens. The closer we get to light speed, the harder it becomes to make them go faster. Not because our machines aren't powerful enough, because the protons themselves become more resistant to acceleration. As something moves faster, its inertia increases. We call this relativistic mass. The energy you put in doesn't make it go faster. It makes it heavier. To actually reach the speed of light, you'd need infinite energy, which is impossible. The universe literally won't let you get there. Now here's where we hit the real mystery. Why does space-time have this particular exchange rate? Why is it 186,000 miles per second and not some other number? At some point, you hit bedrock. This is as deep as our current understanding goes. The speed of light is fundamental. It's not caused by something else. It's not derived from something simpler. It just is. But watch what happens when you accept that bedrock. Instead of fighting it, everything else starts making sense. Electromagnetic fields, the forces that hold atoms together, that make chemistry work, that power every device you own, these fields propagate changes at exactly the speed of light. Not because light is special, but because both light and electromagnetic fields are manifestations of the same underlying reality. If that's true, then your common sense about speed is irrelevant. Gravity works the same way. When the sun moves, the change in its gravitational field spreads outward at the speed of light, not faster, not slower, exactly that speed, because gravity and electromagnetism and light are all aspects of the same space-time geometry. The universe doesn't care what feels reasonable. It operates according to a deep mathematical structure, where space, time, matter, and energy are all connected. The speed of light is the fundamental parameter of that structure. Think about what this means. Every force you've ever felt, pushing on a door, walking on the ground, the pull of gravity, all of these travel and operate at the speed of light. The reason you don't notice is that the distances are tiny. The electromagnetic repulsion between your hand and the door happens so fast across such a small gap that it feels instantaneous. But it's not. There's always a delay. Always, information cannot travel faster than light. Cause and effect cannot propagate faster than light. The speed of light is the speed at which the future can influence the past, which is why nothing can exceed it. Here's something that will blow your mind. When you look at your hand right now, you're not seeing it as it is. You're seeing it as it was a billionth of a second ago. You have never seen anything in real time, ever. The stars you see at night, you're looking into the past. If the sun disappeared right now, you'd still see it for another 8 minutes, and you'd still feel its gravity for another 8 minutes, because gravitational changes also travel at light speed. This isn't just academic. This delay, this cosmic speed limit, shapes the entire structure of reality. It's why we have a sense of now at all. It's why cause and effect make sense. It's why the universe doesn't collapse into logical paradoxes. Here's the clean version. Stop thinking of the speed of light as just another speed. Start thinking of it as the rate at which reality processes information. When you push on a door, you're sending information. Something is here. That information travels through electromagnetic fields at the speed of light to tell the atoms in the door to push back. The door learns you're there at light speed. When you look at a star, you're not seeing the star as it is now. You're seeing information that left the star years ago, traveling toward you at light speed. The star could have exploded yesterday, and you won't know until the light has time to reach you. This is where it gets really weird. If you could somehow travel faster than light, you wouldn't just arrive before you left. You would arrive before you decided to leave. You would break causality itself. You would create paradoxes where effects happen before their causes. The universe won't allow this, not because of some arbitrary rule, but because faster than light travel is logically incoherent. It's like asking for a square circle or a married bachelor. The speed of light isn't the universe's way of limiting you. It's the universe's way of staying consistent with itself. Let me give you another way to think about this. Imagine you're trying to send a message to yourself in the past. You write a note saying, "Don't buy that stock tomorrow." Then you travel faster than light to deliver it yesterday. But if you successfully deliver the message and change the past, then you never had a reason to send the message in the first place. So you don't send it. So the past doesn't change. So you do have a reason to send it. Faster than light travel inevitably creates these grandfather paradoxes. The universe protects itself by making such travel impossible. Now, some of you might be thinking about quantum entanglement. Doesn't that allow faster than light communication? No, it doesn't. Entanglement is spooky, but it's not communication. You can't use it to send information faster than light. The universe has closed that loophole too. Three key realizations. First, space and time trade off. More motion through one means less through the other. Second, the speed of light is the conversion factor built into space-time itself. Third, this speed is also the speed of information, causation, and change. If the model can predict it, we're getting warmer. And this model predicts everything we've ever measured about motion, time, gravity, and electromagnetic forces. Not approximately, minus, exactly. We've tested this theory with atomic clocks flying on airplanes, with GPS satellites orbiting Earth, with particle accelerators smashing atoms, with telescopes watching binary pulsars spiral into each other. Every single test confirms that space-time behaves exactly as Einstein predicted. The theory is so accurate that we use it to design technology. Your smartphone's GPS works because we account for time dilation. The internet works because we synchronize signals traveling at light speed. Medical imaging works because we understand how electromagnetic fields propagate. This isn't just theory anymore. This is engineering. We've built civilization on top of these insights about the speed of light and space-time. So what is the speed of light really? It's the rate at which the universe computes reality. It's the speed at which space talks to time, at which matter talks to energy, at which cause talks to effect. Light happens to travel at this speed because light carries information, and information cannot travel faster than reality can process it. But the speed itself has nothing to do with light specifically. Light just happens to have no mass, so it travels at the maximum speed that space-time allows. Every law of physics respects this limit. Every force obeys this speed. Every interaction happens at this rate. The speed of light is the heartbeat of existence. You can't break it because breaking it would mean escaping from reality itself. And there is nowhere to escape to. Think about the profound implications. The universe has a built-in system for preventing paradoxes. It has a maximum rate for processing change. It has a fundamental speed that connects space, time, matter, energy, and information into one coherent structure. This speed isn't arbitrary. It's not a rule imposed by some cosmic authority. It's the natural consequence of how space-time is constructed. It's what you get when you weave space and time together into a single fabric. And here's the beautiful part. Once you understand this, the whole universe starts to make sense. Why do clocks slow down when you move fast? Because space and time trade off. Why can't you accelerate forever? Because you run out of time motion to convert to space motion. Why does gravity bend light? Because gravity is the curvature of space-time itself. Understanding isn't comfort, it's power. The power to see past the labels to the actual machinery of the universe. The power to realize that what looks like an arbitrary speed limit is actually the most fundamental feature of reality. The next time someone tells you nothing can go faster than light, don't just nod. Ask them why. Keep asking until they admit they don't know. Because most people don't. They're just repeating words. But now you know, the speed of light isn't a rule. It's reality. But here's what really should keep you awake at night. The speed of light isn't just about light or even about speed. It's about the structure of causality itself. It's about what can influence what and when. Now let's talk about energy, because this is where the speed of light reveals another shocking truth about reality. You've probably heard of Einstein's famous equation, E equals p quadred. That little c is the speed of light, and it's squared, which makes it an enormous number. This equation tells us that mass and energy are the same thing, different forms of the same underlying reality. The conversion factor between mass and energy isn't just any number. It's the speed of light squared. Why? Because space-time itself determines how mass and energy relate to each other. The same fundamental structure that limits the speed of information also determines how much energy is locked up in every atom. Think about what this means. The energy that powers the sun, nuclear fusion, works by converting tiny amounts of mass into enormous amounts of energy, using c quadred as the conversion factor. Even the mass of your own body represents an almost incomprehensible amount of energy, locked up and held stable by electromagnetic forces that respect the speed of light limit. You are quite literally made of crystallized light-speed energy. There's something almost eerie about how perfectly everything fits together. The same speed that limits how fast you can travel also determines how fast forces can act, how quickly information can spread, and how much energy is hidden in matter. It's as if the universe has a single fundamental constant that shows up everywhere, in the behavior of light, in the structure of atoms, in the flow of time, in the relationship between matter and energy, and in the rules of causality. This is what I mean when I say the speed of light isn't really about speed. It's about the architecture of existence itself. It's the universe's way of enforcing consistency, preventing paradoxes, and maintaining a coherent story from the smallest quantum fluctuations to the largest cosmic structures. So the next time you see a beam of light, don't just think fast photons. Think about the fact that you're witnessing the universe's fundamental processing speed in action. You're seeing the cosmic speed limit that prevents paradoxes, enables causality, and governs the forces that hold atoms together. That beam of light is showing you the heartbeat of the universe itself. Here's one that will make you question everything you think you know about size and scale. The speed of light means that the concept of the universe right now is meaningless. When astronomers point their telescopes at distant galaxies, they're seeing them as they were millions or billions of years ago. The further away something is, the further back in time you're looking. The observable universe is actually a time machine. When you look up at the night sky, you're seeing a history book written in light. The speed of light hasn't just given us a speed limit. It's given us a universe where space and time are so thoroughly mixed together that looking far away is the same thing as looking far back in time. Consider what this means for alien civilizations. If there's intelligent life 1,000 light years away, they're seeing Earth as it was in the year 1024, the Middle Ages. Meanwhile, we're seeing their planet as it was 1,000 years ago. The speed of light has created cosmic isolation, where every civilization is surrounded by an invisible bubble of outdated information. But here's something even more profound. The speed of light might be telling us something fundamental about the nature of information itself. Modern physics increasingly suggests that information, not matter or energy, might be the most fundamental aspect of reality. If this is true, then the speed of light represents the maximum rate at which the universe can process information. There's a fundamental limit to how fast any computer can operate, no matter how advanced it becomes. Information simply cannot be processed faster than light can travel between the components. This puts a hard limit on intelligence itself. The speed of light isn't just a constraint on travel. It's a constraint on consciousness, cognition, and computation. This leads to a staggering realization. The universe itself might be performing a computation. Every physical process might be part of a vast universal calculation. The speed of light would then represent the universe's clock speed, the rate at which reality updates itself. From this perspective, you're not just living in the universe. You're part of the computation that the universe is performing. Your thoughts, your decisions, your very existence as subroutines in a cosmic algorithm that's been running for 13.8 billion years. The speed of light might be fine-tuned to allow for maximum computational richness, the sweet spot that permits the universe to compute complex, stable, interesting solutions to its own equations. We might be living in a cosmos that has optimized itself for information processing. This connects to one of the deepest mysteries in cosmology. Why are the fundamental constants of nature set to exactly the values they have? If these constants were even slightly different, stars wouldn't form, atoms wouldn't be stable, and life couldn't exist. The speed of light, in this view, isn't just a fundamental constant. It's part of the universe's optimization strategy. It's the value that allows space-time to support the richest possible network of cause and effect relationships. Every photon, every radio wave, every beam of laser light is carrying information at the optimal speed for cosmic computation. When light travels from the sun to Earth, it's not just bringing energy, it's participating in the vast informational process that constitutes reality itself. So when you see a sunset, you're not just watching light travel through space, you're witnessing the universe process information about the sun's state and transmit that data to your location. You're seeing the universe think, But let me bring this back to something concrete that will change how you see the world around you. Everything you experience is slightly delayed. You're always living in the past, experiencing a universe that's already moved on to the next moment. This creates a profound realization. If everything you perceive happened in the past, the present isn't a moment, it's a process. It's the ongoing computation that the universe performs as it updates from one state to the next. Your consciousness isn't separate from this process, it's part of it. This is why the speed of light matters so much. It's not just a constraint on motion or communication. It's the fundamental parameter that determines how reality computes itself. It sets the rate at which the universe can process information about its own state and update accordingly. Every law of physics respects this limit, because every law of physics is part of the computational process that is reality itself. Forces can't act faster than light because forces are information transfer. Particles can't travel faster than light because particles are information carriers. Thoughts can't propagate faster than light because thoughts are information processing. The speed of light is the heartbeat of existence, the fundamental rhythm that keeps the universe synchronized with itself. It ensures that cause and effect make sense, that reality remains coherent. Without this speed limit, the universe would be chaos. The speed of light is nature's way of maintaining order. It's the universe's built-in error correction system. This is why nothing can break it. It's not really a speed limit at all. It's a fundamental constraint on existence itself. Breaking it would be meaningless. Like asking what's north of the North Pole. The speed of light defines what it means for something to be real, to exist, to participate in the universe's ongoing calculation of itself. Anything that could go faster would exist outside reality, which is to say it wouldn't exist at all. So when you look up at the stars tonight, remember that you're not just seeing distant suns. You're seeing the fundamental architecture of reality made visible. Every photon that hits your eyes has traveled at exactly the speed that maintains cosmic consistency. Every twinkle of starlight is the universe processing information about its own state and transmitting that data across space and time. The night sky isn't just beautiful. It's the universe thinking out loud, showing you the computational process that maintains the coherence of existence itself. The speed of light connects quantum mechanics to cosmology, connects the behavior of atoms to the evolution of galaxies, connects the flow of information to the structure of spacetime, and possibly connects the existence of consciousness to the fundamental nature of reality itself. It's the thread that weaves through every level of existence, from the smallest to the largest, from the briefest to the most eternal. It's the single parameter that shows up in equations, describing everything from particle physics to general relativity to information theory to thermodynamics. The more you understand about the speed of light, the more you realize it's not really a speed at all. It's the signature of the universe itself, the cosmic constant that tells you what kind of reality you're living in. It's the universe's way of saying, this is how I work, this is my fundamental architecture, this is the speed at which existence itself operates. Understanding isn't comfort, it's power. The power to see that the speed of light isn't just some number that physicists measure. It's the key that unlocks the deepest truths about the nature of reality. The power to realize that when you understand why nothing can go faster than light, you understand something profound about how the universe computes its own existence. And that, my friends, is the cold truth.